A very good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome in the ring, good folks. We trust that you're good. We trust that you're well. Wherever you're joining us from, let's fight. We got a long way to go, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We trust that you're great. We trust that you are well wherever you're joining us from this evening. Share the live, smash that emoji button, folks, and let's have a go at it. We're fired up at this end, and we are ready to go. And we hope that you guys too are as well. Fired up, that is, and ready to go. Let's fight, good folks. Great evening to each and every one of you, wherever you folks are joining us from. Good to see Paul Bourne is on the live. Good to see we got Oneswart Dean is on the live. Good to see we have so many of you good folks on the live. Share the live, folks. Smash that emoji button. We got the fight card set. We hope that you guys are ready. We hope that you guys are great. Wherever you're joining us from this evening, good folks, wherever you're joining us from this evening, we trust that you're good and we trust that all is well at your end, good folks. Share the live, smash that emoji button. Good to see you, folks. Good to have each and every one of you here. We're going to make sure we do the same thing as well. And we share the live and we smash that emoji button. We hope that you guys are great. We hope that you guys are well. Wherever you all are joining us from, rock and come in, good folks. Rock and come in. Good to see you. I see Faye Laundry is here. Stacey Ann Stoll is here. Good to have you. I see Diane Abrams is here. Good to have each and every one of you good folks on the live. You know how we sit. You know how we sit. You know how we sit. So share the live. Smash that emoji button, good folks. We're fired up. We're ready to go. And we hope that you guys are as well. Diane, Ayana, Bibi, Sandy, Ford, good to have all of you. Good to see you, Diane, and all the other folks who are joining us this evening. Folks, we're going to ensure that we share to all of those places we're asking you guys to share us to as well. Share to all your pages. Take the link, folks, share it back to WhatsApp and all the other places. You all know you got to share it to. You know we got to share it to. Good to see you folks out there and welcome. Donna Joseph, we see you, Donna. Onessa Wardine, we see you there as well, Onessa. Junior Gibbs, I see you, Junior Gibbs. Sharon Castillo Edwards, see you as well. Jonathan Asana, I see you there too. How are you guys doing this evening? We're fired up at this end. We're ready to go. Jennifer Griffith, Mona Moses, Gwyneth Jones, we see you, Gwyneth. We see you, Gwyneth. Stacey and Jamal Aziz, Myrna Siobhan, Obi Chester. I see Desmond is here. I have Natasha. Good to have you. Rhonda McDonald. Good to have each and every one of you folks. We're fired up at this end. We're ready to go, and we hope that you folks are as well. Lester Williams, we see you. Princess Diane, we see John Baines, and good to have you, Roy Garraway. Good to have you, Leslie Thompson, Elizabeth, Deborah Shaborn, Andrew Cuthbert. Good to have each and every one of you folks on the live with us. We trust that you guys are having a fantastic day into the evening. We hope that all is well, and we know that you guys are going to smash that emoji button for us, and you guys are going to partner with us as well to help us to keep on keeping on good, folks. Only one way we can do it. There's only one way we can do it, and we thank you for your love, your support, and your generosity. And for those of you who want to help us to keep going forward as a program, here's how you can do so.
Want to keep getting the best in the ring?
Let's fight!
Yes, you can help us to keep going by partnering with us through your contributions, and it's easy. Send us a daily, weekly, or monthly donation, whichever is most convenient to you. Cash App at $in-the-ring592, Zelle and PayPal in-the-ring592 at gmail.com, or WhatsApp us on 627-6963 for how to contribute via MoneyGram and Western Union and for MMG payments. Want to keep getting the best in the ring?
Let's fight!
Yes, you can help us to keep going by partnering with us through your contributions, and it's easy. Send us a daily, weekly, or monthly donation, whichever is most convenient to you. Cash App at $in-the-ring592, Zelle and PayPal in-the-ring592 at gmail.com, or WhatsApp us on 627-6963 for how to contribute via MoneyGram and Western Union and for MMG payments.
All right, welcome back, good folks. Welcome, welcome. We're ready to get to where we need to go. Well, good to have each and every one of you on the live, good folks. Leon Logan, we see you there. Annalisa, lovely queen, we see you there as well. We got the fight card set, good folks. Marcia Morris is here too. Gwyneth Anderson is here. And we got, I see Van Classic, Kishan Good to have you, and good to have Enid Biggins and Bernadette Patricia Milner. Good to have each and every one of you. Oliver, good to have you as well. Olive, rather. Olive, good to have you. Deborah, Paulette, and Shauna, Shabourne, and Junior Gibbs. Good to have each and every one of you. Leslie Hamilton, good to see you as well. Good folks, we got the fight card set, and we are ready to go. We talked a little bit about what's happening with CARICOM, folks. Then we got this submersible, the Titanic submersible. We can talk about that. We can talk about that as well, folks. Some stuff happening at the UN we think you ought to know about. NIS is back in the news. NIS, an old age pension. We will come around that side. And then folks in the diaspora always doing us proud. And we love that. We love that. We love that. We love you folks who are out there. You're keeping the flag flying high. Keeping the flag flying high. We done to our collective benefit. Folks, share the live, smash that emoji button. Come, folks. Let's go down the road. It was another day of protest, good folks. It was another day of protest. If you all know our show, you know where we're heading by now. It was another day of protest. Another day of protest. Yep. That's the opener. We have the PNCR's press conference, the People's National Congress Reform, the General Secretary, who was also there in that protest during the course of the press conference, had some thoughts on where we are and several questions, several things of concern, folks, in this issue. Several things of concern that ought to make all of us, raise a brow or two. Raise a brow or two. Good folks, we're going to talk about some of that in just a second. She had a couple of things to say. That was the PNCR's press conference and the General Secretary, John Hastings Williams. I want to make sure I get it right. John Hastings Williams, and she had a couple of thoughts. Yep. A lot's happening on this front, and a lot of folks are coming out. A lot of folks are coming out and making their voices heard. That's the opener tonight, folks. That is the opener tonight. Take a listen, folks, and take a look. Don Hastings Williams, the General Secretary of the People's National Congress Reform.
William, Member of Parliament. To her right, Ms. Geeta Chandan Edmond, Member of Parliament. And to her right, none other than Ms. Coretta MacDonald, Member of Parliament. Welcome. Today's press statement will be read by Ms. Dawn Hastings Williams, Member of Parliament.
Good morning, Shanika. Good morning, Guyana. And good morning to your viewers and my colleague parliamentarians. Minister Dharamlall must resign or be removed from office. The allegations of rape against the Minister of Local Government have moved to the level of the police. The victim has issued an official statement, and it is being used as a basis for a police investigation. At this point, the minister is officially a suspect and the victim is a complainant. Based on the foregoing, good governance and justice demand the following actions. 1, since multiple reports on the matter are readily available to the president, he must act immediately with the urgency this matter demands. The minister must be removed from public office immediately. Minister Dharamlall is not a public servant. He was not appointed in accordance with the Public Service Commission. He is a political appointee and not a public servant. Consequently, the rules of the public service are not applicable to Minister Dharamlall, and therefore he cannot be sent on administrative leave pending the investigation and possible charges into the serious and odious allegations of rape and sodomy. By virtue of these allegations, the minister is not fit for public office in any capacity and must immediately resign or be removed from government and parliament. Most notably, the purported settlement agreement in the form of a quasi-non-disclosure agreement, NDA, should be the subject of an investigation. Specifically, all involved should be investigated for the possible obstruction of justice. Importantly, the Office of Professional Responsibility should immediately commence an investigation into the actions of the regional commander, Mr. Kemraj Shivvaran. It has been brought to the attention of the opposition that there are several procedural breaches in this investigation. Firstly, we wish to highlight that the acting head of Child Care Protection Agency, Mrs. Tiona October, a consummate professional with over 10 years of experience working under the stewardship of Anne Green, the former head of the Child Care Agency, has been sidelined. Levian Govaya, with under 2 years of experience, has been identified to handle this sensitive matter. This is unacceptable. We have several disturbing reports thus far, which suggest that the victim is denied her constitutional right to legal representation. Additionally, we have received reports that on a visit to the alleged crime scene, the accused was present. This flies in the face of the rule of law and the protection of the victim. It is unacceptable and must be condemned. All of these issues must be dealt with immediately to ensure justice and the adherence to the rule of law. The opposition demands that the investigation be fair and impartial in every sense and be free from any political influence, interference, directive, and be undertaken in keeping with the law. The opposition will continue to advocate strongly for the rights of women and children. We will continue to be an unrelenting advocate for the protection of our Indigenous sisters. We owe it to our Indigenous sisters to promote and protect their rights. This case will be the litmus test as to whether the elites in our society are above the law. We must all remain steadfast in our commitment to ensure that no one is above the law and justice be the victor in this process of dealing with the alleged heinous crime that was committed by a sitting minister and member of parliament. We trust that justice will prevail. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was the opener, folks. That was the opener. And again, Don Hastings Williams, the General Secretary of the People's National Congress Reform. That was the opener. That was the opener. No, Don can bring it. You know, Don can bring it like that, folks. And again, walking us through several very, very sensitive aspects of this case that people got a problem with. Several sensitive aspects of this case that people watching sideways, side eye. Yep. Let's listen on to some of what we got to cover, folks. Bringing you guys in from around the world. Some of what we got to cover. Sad news tonight as we come on. You know, they've been looking for this they've been looking for this Titanic submersible. $250,000 per person to get close to the actual Titanic. That was the assignment that they were on. 5 persons on this remotely controlled submersible called the Titanic. And they found the wreckage on the ocean floor there, and they're saying that a catastrophic implosion happened. All 5 persons have been listed as dead. All 5 persons. Yep, this according to the U.S. Coast Guard that confirmed this information during the course of today. And they're telling us that Ocean Gate's Expedition CEO, Stockton Rush, a Pakistani businessman, Shahzada Dawood, his son Suleiman, a British billionaire, Hamish Harding, and a French adventurer, one Paul Henry Nargiolet. They were on board the Titan, when it lost communications with its support ship less than 2 hours into this 4,000-meter dive to the Titanic shipwreck on Sunday. They found the wreckage today on the ocean floor, and they're saying it was a catastrophic implosion. Folks, our thoughts and our prayers, of course, are with the friends, family, and the loved ones of these folks who met their demise in such a gruesome way. Thoughts and prayers go to the family. Look some of what else we are following, folks. Internationally, UN said blacklisting some of them people in the Ukraine, Russian forces in the Ukraine, because they've been killing children, attacking schools. Can you believe this, Rhonda Gordon? Gisela Roman, can you believe that Paulette Greaves? UN said the blacklisting the Russian forces for killing children and attacking schools. Folks, like we go mad in this world. The whole damn thing upside down. Upside down. You can't do things like this. And their rules of engagement. I thought we said, as a world, as a United Nations, never again will we allow such things like this. My God, like some we just big, but like we dotish too. But it's killing children now, you know. Children of any means necessary. Roxanne Garvey, Bull Page, Edward Brooms, you all seeing this stuff? It's madness, absolute madness. Just some of what we're following. You know, you all remember this infamous case? Jamal Khashoggi, that journalist with the Washington Post? Jamal Khashoggi, lured to an embassy somewhere in the world and killed, never found his body. But one of the main suspects surfaced recently. One of the main suspects. It used to be that they were lying low under the radar, but they're getting brazen now. They're getting brazen now. And we're talking about Saud Al-Qatani. He used to be the former special advisor to the Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman. And they said they recently spotted him, I think it's in Italy. Yeah. Like nothing happened. Nothing can happen. Recently spotted. Right? Recently spotted. Let me make sure I get the country right, because we want valid, credible information. Right? Recently spotted. They were going quietly. He's one of the chief suspects here. Chief suspect. They're telling that he was spotted at a social gathering purportedly hosted by a Saudi real estate developer in the Red Sea port of the city of Jeddah. That's where this is one of the chief suspects in the killing of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. I was never allowed them to feel that that is okay. Never allow them to feel that's okay. Never. Coming in closer around the region. For those of you new to our program, when we talk about around the region, we're talking about the Latin America and some of the Caribbean folks and some of what we're following on this front. That's predominantly what we talk about. Picking up some information, folks, from around the region. You all remember VP Kamala Harris was here? Kamala Harris was here. Well, not here, but she was in the Bahamas recently. Right? $100 million US has come out of that, and some of that funding, folks, is going to be used for a crackdown on weapons trafficking in the region. Weapons trafficking in the region, that's what some of that money is going to be used for. And also they're telling us helping to alleviate Haiti's humanitarian crisis. And also some focus is going to be given to climate change initiatives. Yeah, nice time. So weapons trafficking crackdown help to alleviate some of the humanitarian suffering in Haiti, and then climate change. That's what some of that is going for, folks. And we're still watching this tropical storm, Brett causing a lot of trouble in a lot of places. The tropical storm, Brett, and St. Vincent is bracing. They say they have a total shutdown. How are folks in St. Vincent and the Grenadines doing? That's what the guys are telling us. Total shutdown. St. Lucia also, folks, if I must let you know, St. Lucia is also on the have a hurricane watch as tropical storm Brett approaches there as well. And Martinique, they're telling us, that French island, Martinique, has issued hurricane red alerts. So right across the Caribbean, bracing. Jamaica dodged the bullet. But they're telling us, some forecasters are saying, that this tropical storm, Brett, doesn't look as though it's going to develop into a hurricane. But our thoughts and prayers to our brothers and sisters all across the Caribbean. We were watching early on some video out of one of those cruises in the Caribbean. You know, a lot of heavy wind blowing people off their feet and all manner of things. So we're watching that, folks. We are watching that. And if that's close to you, anchor down, folks. Bolsonaro right next door. Its trials and tribulations and political prosecutions, they have begun. Bolsonaro, you all remember him? The last president of Brazil, Lula took over from him. They say Bolsonaro is being investigated. He is being investigated, accused of abusing power and spreading false information. If he is found guilty, they said he could be barred from running for office for 8 years. Yep. This is the indictment. Abusing power and spreading false information. Y'all know if we were really held to that kind of standard. Them boys wouldn't stand up. If we were really held to that kind of standard, them boys could not stand. They just could not stand. That's the reality of it. I know what you want to tell you. That's just the reality. Everett Small, Karen Welcome, Monica Jones, Shauna Juna, Eileen Griffith Norton. That is just the reality. So we're watching that, folks. That's just some of what we are watching at that end. Just some of what we're watching. Some of what we're watching. Idris Williams, good to see you. And Karen Archibald, share the light, good folks. Smash that emoji button and can let me go down the road. Good folks, come let us proceed expeditiously. Let us proceed expeditiously. Guys, and you know, I think we're coming closer to home now. Correct. Kids, right. We're in the 592. We are in the 592. Well, you all know once we come here, it's trouble in the dance, trouble tonight. Trouble in the dance. Good Heidekin, Dawn, and all the other folks joining us. Natasha Glenn, Natasha. Great to see each and every one of you guys. We really hope that you're well this evening. We really hope that all is good at your end. That all is good at your end. And while you share the live, folks, while you smash that emoji button, why don't you help us to pay a bill or two? Partner with us. I want to let you know, folks, we want to let you know that if you need a good Justice of the Peace, Commissioner of Oaths, to affidavit, the Alistair Collins form is one we want to recommend highly to you good folks. Are you in need of a reliable, professional assistance? Are you in need of that? Reliable, professional assistance with your important documents? Look no further. Folks, we use them ourselves. Look no further. Stop looking. The Alistair Collins firm, a renowned Commissioner of Oaths to affidavits and Justice of the Peace, is here to serve you at the Alistair Collins firm. Conveniently located right in town by the Callion Mall, on Lamaha Street between Camp and Waterloo Streets. Contact Alistair Collins and his team. Folks. 649-6410. Years of experience and a commitment to excellence. Folks, these people are professionals. Trust me. They are professionals. They're professionals. So all the folks who are contributing to our program as we speak, thanks for keeping your boy off the street. Basil Clark, thanks for keeping your boy off the street. Thanks, Basil. And also, Delight One, thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. Respect our manners. Delight One, thank you so much. Folks, moving on with some what we're covering locally by our side. Some people depend it, you know. Depend it. Right? You know what depend, Alson, as you tell me, Alson Cortez, as you tell me what depend, Stanboard, Idris Williams, Rhonda Spencer Tom. Rhonda Thumb, how you doing? Good to have you, Rhonda. Good to see you there. The depend it. That's what it depend. And who else but the room that purportedly got the news? I saw this headline today. Several possible resignations to rock PNCR as Norton accused of single-handedly selecting mayors and deputy mayors. Fake news. Folks, be happy, y'all, because apparently y'all know where you get the credible and valid information from. Apparently y'all don't know where you get the valid and credible information from. And you haven't bothered them too much. Fake news. We'd have, fake, 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 fake. Share the live, smash that emoji button so others get valid and credible information as well, folks. Valid and credible information. Right. Yep. So you can make informed decisions, of course. Respect and manners. Respect and manners. Who respect and manners? Respect and manners, folks. We're doing well all over the place, Guyanese, you drop we anyway, back. We land on our foot like a cat. Land on our feet, we're doing well all over the place. All over the place. All right? All over the place. Look what one of our folks doing. Look at one of our folks. Not embarrassing us, Got the flag flying high. Got the flag flying high. And this is Judge Andrea Ogle. Judge Andrea Ogle, and they're telling us that Judge Andrea Sabita Ogle has been officially inducted into the civil court of the city of New York. Don't think you're going to do everything and say, I guess somebody doing. Help me out, Judge Andrea Sabita Ogle, right? 1 year after making history as the first ever biracial and the first woman and Guyanese born nominated by the Queen's Democratic Party, chaired by Congressman Gregory Meeks. She's on the civil court now of the city of New York. Judge Ogle, they're telling us, was supported by a packed courtroom of colleagues, some retired friends and family, placed her hand on the Bible held by her mother, Ivory Ogle, and joined by Nigel Ogle and Dr. Kevin Ogle, as the judicial oath was conducted by the Honorable Edwina Richardson Mandelson. Yep, in Queens County Civil Court. Yep. People go. Y'all know this because some of you are right there. And y'all are doing us so proud. Doing us so proud at the time. Y'all keep the flag flying high, Don't be like some folks. We begging. Don't be like them boys. A lot of you out there, you got the flags flying very, very high, doing good work, professional work, earning a living. And some of you are just earning a living. You're thriving. You're thriving. Y'all know I'm talking about some Guyanese have gone and done very well for themselves overseas. And then some others not so. No. Some others not so. Oh, we bring me to understand that what's her name is overseas at the moment. Suzanne Rodriguez. Suzanne Rodriguez, I tell you, is Maryland. Big partying and so on in Maryland. We'll tell you what's the occasion. We'll tell you what's the occasion in Maryland, folks. Big partying and such and so forth. Big partying, such and so forth, down on that side, folks. In Maryland. Yep. Guyanese go and they do well. I'm talking about Suzanne in this particular instance. But others like you guys, you pay your taxes to Uncle Sam and so on. You got your house, your car, you're renting. God bless you folks. Keep the flag flying high. And we're thankful, very, very thankful for people like Judge Andrea Sabita Ogle. Got the flag flying real high. Congrats to her and all the other folks out there working hard to make a way. Because if it wasn't for some of y'all, some of us will be here. It's just the little remittances that keep some of us going, It's just the little remittances that you guys send keep us going. Because we know things wrong here. Bus they shut right now. Collarbone, you even recognize me. And this close to the street. Like this close. But for the grace of God, go I. And your love, your generosity, and partnering with us. Yeah. But for the grace of God, go we. Want to say congrats to the judge. Congrats. Nice time for some folks. Folks, I'm telling you something. Vanessa, Patricia, Hazel, and Bernadette, lovely, Lily, and all the other folks. 3,600 of you watching us across social media. I don't even know what's the number on Facebook in particular this evening. Hundreds of you watching us via YouTube. We're falling in love with our YouTube audience. When we get a nice time, ain't nobody come and step everything, You see? Ain't nobody come and try to put a spoke in our wheel, When we having our nice time, don't do it. It will not end well. Don't do it when we having our nice time. Right? They're telling us an American firm is a likely new owner of the Ghana Marriott, right? Your boy Jack Lucille think making a lot of money and so on. That's why we're running from good then. Why are we running from good? If the things are nice, it's astonishing. It's astonishing if things are so good, everything is in the up and up. Why are we running from it? I want to say congrats to that American firm, nonetheless. If I had the money, the disposable money, I'd take it off of the hand. You know, take it off of the hand. But for the time being, suffer it to be so. For the time being, suffer it to be so. And congratulations to that American firm. I don't want to go into all the nitty-gritties. Congrats to them. Congrats to them. You know, you got the money and you think, nice time, nice time. I just saying, when we enjoy our nice time as well, Renella, Nalda, Adele, when we enjoy a nice time, don't come wrong with funny. Dharamlall, tell them, don't come wrong with funny. Karawashi Braffit, you know, but they can come, you know, or they can come, right? Our day is going to come. So you want to say congrats again to the folks, the group, this company called X, right? Investment Group X, limited liability company, and they would have upped their bid, the initial bid from 65 million US to 90 million US. 19, congrats to them, folks. Congrats to them. Nice time. Chin Sing, when you having your nice time, and Suzanne and Bull Page and Leslie, I ain't bothering y'all. So I'm bothering them. More power to y'all. Nice time, nice time. Coming soon. Coming soon. The president still walking on the road. A man say, Mr. President, how come we don't have old age pension and NIS payment on the same day? On the same day, the president said, Eureka! Coming up. I think they say from the 1st of July or in July, pension and NIS will be done on the same day. Folks, if you all see the president in your neighborhood, if you all see Irfan in your neighborhood, oh, tell anybody 40,000 old age pension to know. Since it's on the spot, things like this. Management by walkabout. Since it's on the spot like that, talk to them about the free tuition for university students. Right? Talk to them about the 50% raise for public servants. Still waiting. You know, because them boys on the spot now. On the spot. Right? If they could only be like that with Dharamlall. If they could only be on the spot like that. Say, Dharamlall, you're fired. You are fired. If they could only be on the spot, but the circling the wagon, that one. That one is circling the wagon. They're walking down the road, somebody tell them, hablar. They say, you know what? Spanish in schools. Compulsory. That's what they're telling us. Spanish could be compulsory in schools. Right? Foreign languages, period. You should have options. You know, we should have options. I love if I, you know, was started in a foreign language early. All is not lost, but you know, the brains at this age, they're tougher. So, all is not lost. Right? Going down the road, somebody said, Preso, Espanol. Sorry, Spanish in school. That's how them boys walking out. So when they come around, 40,000 old age pension, 50% raise to public servants, free tuition, low crime, what happened to that? Low cost of living, what happened to that? What has ever happened to those things? Whatever happened to those things? You know, all those were promises too. So since, you know, as he's interacting with people and he's taking their advice and so on, you all throw in the list, throw in the wish list. Spanish in schools, compulsory. Spanish in some schools, not all of them. Not all of them. We stopped, when I was at Ishmael, former Indians Education Trust College, Ishmael in Wolford Avenue there, you know, we stopped Spanish in third form. I had a fantastic Spanish teacher, Miss Singh. Fantastic Spanish teacher. Was a fantastic professional dancer as well. Fantastic. Yeah, we stopped in third form. When you learn in third form, you're learning the most. So by the time I meet up with Melma, QG, they brain it too hard. Melissa April, Eglin Peters, yep. But it could only redound to our benefit. It can only redound to our benefit. Good folks. Them boys. the Jagabats, the Jebusites, the Chescrapotes, the Hittites, the Philistines and Pharisees. You all know them. You all know them. Look what we've become in 2.5 short years. Look what we have become. It's shocking as a country. Monica Jones, Leslie Williams, Jennifer Griffith. Shocking as a nation. How far we fall down. We fall real far, you know. We fall real far. Not a little far. We fall real far. See? Not play, fall. Real far. Real far. Real far. They're telling us in some of those, we're still mopping up the local government front. These damning allegations against the sitting Minister of Local Government and Regional Development swept aside the election. Who knew? Swept aside all of that. See, Jaglio fighting to come back with a bogus storyline. You know, they were so, they were winning. Y'all still winning. Y'all winning with Dharamlall now. Y'all winning with Dharamlall now. Y'all winning with Dharamlall. So some of the local government areas, the LLAs, the local government authorities that were tied, them boys are telling us now, they went to some magistrate court and pulled lots and they're in charge now. Right? They're in charge. Some of those places where we were tied. You know, it feels like local government election was a year ago. so much has happened since. And the areas in particular, if you live in Seafield, Tempe, I know in Tempe, people must be sucking up the teeth. Them Seafield people must be sucking up the teeth there. Huh? And then you got Platanka, right? That's over the bridge. Platanka, right? That's another area. That NDC there, that's another area. There was a tie, and they're telling us that they would have, in order to resolve these ties, the respective returning officers were required to draw lots in the presence of a magistrate. Abner Babner, ABC, Oceans, Potions, Sugar and Tea. Somewhere in there is Kiss the Girl or something else. Yep, Jennifer Griffith, they draw lots. And that's it. They're in charge now. Right? And that's a little suspicious. 202. Oh, be real strong, the boy. Oh, be real strong. 4,000 persons watching us, folks. Around the world, thank you so much. 4,000, more than we had when we started the program. Thank you guys so much. 4,100 something watching us around the world. Thank you, folks. We're still on this. We're still on this. What a shame. What a disgrace. What a shame and what a disgrace. You know, saw social activists speaking out today saying, we got to take a stand. Too much people frightened. And while they understand to an extent, we got to take a stand for something. Well, let's surprise us. We're saying that. And I love the fact that more and more people are coming out, Tracy Clark. More and more people, Carol Elliott, coming out. Wicked, stinking, dirty. More and more people making their voices heard. That's what we got to do. Take a stand. Well, that's what we heard Odessa Prime Minister was saying today. Listen to some of what she said. You got to put aside that fear. If you're frightened about something with courage, we got to stand. And it's good to see again people of all persuasions coming out on the protest line. They've been in front of the office of the president for the last 2 or 3 days. But that's a primus. Here's some what she said on the protest line today, good folks.
Take a firm stand in this life. Is either stand for something or stand for nothing at all. And this is utter foolishness. It don't matter what position or power. What's the point in living in a democracy if we can't have a say? Huh? What is the point of living in a democracy if you could do me what you want? Huh? It makes absolutely no sense. That's why when I see people come out with a bullshit, and then Nigel had the temerity today to come with scriptures. Now you name calling a rape allegation, and all of a sudden you give your life to Jesus. I don't see Nigel out here posting no goddamn scriptures. Huh? This is a total shame and a disgrace on us as a nation, on us as a people. I have children and I will not stand for this shit. I will not stand for it. At the end of the day, everybody just wants somebody to come out and to represent them and to speak for them and to speak for their children and to speak for their families. And you know what the sad thing is? When the situation is not at our doorstep, we don't care. We ain't participating, we ain't saying we have got to definitely take a stand. This is disgraceful. I see mothers. Could you imagine mothers commenting on social media and taking a position? You understand me? Mothers out there, oh, but why she go and why this and why that? Shut your backside and stop talking foolishness. We're always so quick to judge, and especially the women, quick to judge we own. And then when you find yourself in similar situations, you want somebody to stand up for you. You want somebody to speak for you. When you had the opportunity to speak, not only for yourself, but for other victims, huh? Disgraceful, utterly disgraceful. Let me tell you, I could not be bothered. I could not be bothered about the politics involved in this situation, right? Let me make this very clear. I don't give a damn which, if you're affiliated with a political party or if you're not affiliated with a political party, because at the end of the day, it comes down to right and wrong. And if you're right, you're right. If you're wrong, you're wrong. This is a child we're talking about. We are supposed to be the voices for our children. Be it my child that I actually made, or be it somebody else's child. At the end of the day, these are the nation's children we're talking about. You understand me? This is not nothing for joke about and play about. It's either we taking a stand or we not taking a stand. Everybody going on, it's life as usual. But it might be this child today, another child tomorrow, and these things will continue because with all these allegations that would have been made already, it means that whatever's happening now has been happening for a long time. And what we gonna do? Huh? What are we prepared to do as a people? Sit down and take nonsense? A strong message has to be sent in order to protect other children. If we can't send a strong message now, then when? Huh? Then when? I am very happy today. Let me turn the camera so you could see that we have got so many Amerindian brothers and sisters coming out today. If you notice here on the thing, I am very happy because what? It's not something that we see very often, and I definitely I appreciate it. I don't know about y'all, but for me, I love it and I appreciate it because we must be able to send a strong message.
Yeah, yeah. So more and more folks are coming out. That's a beautiful sign, folks. That is a beautiful sign. More and more people are coming out. And you ought to register your presence one of these days and let folks know that you stand for something. Register your presence. Take a 10 minutes off of work. Take a 50 minutes off of work. You ain't got to hold a blockhead. Just go to stand up. You even stand for the back. Register your presence. And in this historic moment in our nation's history, we said enough. And you were there. And you mark your name present. You're there and you mark your name present. They're telling us that the minister within, Anand Prasad, he's now helming the ministry until they tell us the probe completed. Well, I don't know if it was in better hands or worse. It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. But they're telling us Anand Prasad, he's another dirty one. He's another dirty one. Devil made him do it. Devil, no? Get the devil out here. So they're telling us, they told us today that Anand Prasad, he was the minister within. the Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development, telling us he will be heading the ministry for the time being. That's what we're learning. We also learned today, folks, they're telling us that the file has been completed by the police and it's now with the DPP. So let's see where we go from that. Let's see where we go from that. I got a feeling by tomorrow, you're going to see an announcement from the government that Dharamlall gone. But let's see. That's a pick up in my spirit. You see, when your spirit clear, you just pick up things. They said the file with the TPP office. And I hope for once, Shalimar Ali hack, do the right thing. For once. And be on the right side of history. Be on the right side of history. For once. Be on the right side of history. So the file with the DPP, I can see something else. Done something. So we know where this one going. That'll be a miscalculation. That'll be a miscalculation by the PPP. Y'all boy ran out yesterday and said they don't want to talk too much. He doesn't want to talk too much. At least he said he's defending Nigel Dharamlall. But they're promising an impartial probe. You know impartiality with bucks in the head. Ballhead bitch. Won't even know if it bucks him in the head. An impartial probe. But Dharamlall at the house, while the victim is there, the victim can't get no legal counsel. You see? Impartial probe. Things in the bedroom change up. Paint over. Impartial probe. Right? That's what he said he promising. He doesn't have the real truth. Is that he does not have the moral leadership to pronounce on this issue. Because he himself, if he was probed, and when he like that, he'd love to be probed. If he was probed, he'd be found wanting himself. You know, he's think wicked and dirty. He would love a good probing. And when probed really well, he would be found wanting himself. And he's out here promising an impartial probe. Out here promising an impartial probe. And we ain't talk about Chevron. We ain't talk about Chevron. But Paul Slow says what Chevron did raises a number of concerns. Mr. Impartial Probe. Was there a female officer trained and experienced with him when he took the statement from this young lady? Well, we know he never asked, according to he, what was in these posts that they were supposedly complaining about. Right? Senior Superintendent. I hope I didn't have his designation wrong. Paul Slow. One is a Senior Superintendent of Police. A senior policeman, that might be a better way to characterize it. Save myself any embarrassment. He said when he looked at this thing, that's not right. Why would the commander of the division need to take the statement? He said, that looked a little strange. Why would the commander of the division? He said, that SOP looked a little different. Mr. Impartial Probe. A lot of folks turn up on the protest today. A lot of folks turn up on the protest. As an aside, they tell you, you know, a lot of guys in the diaspora. Photo of the day. Photo of the day. As an aside, photo of the day. I want to say, somebody sent us this as a screenshot. We want to say congrats to the Honorable Minister Susan Rodriguez and Miss Denisha Bab. Can't help falling in love with you. There's a wedding invitation, folks, that somebody sent to us. Credible, valid information. Can't help falling in love with you. the Honorable Minister Susan Rodriguez, Member of Parliament, and Miss Denisha Bob request the pleasure of your company at their wedding ceremony and reception on Saturday, July 15th. Right? Vicar Woods, Lane and Bowie, Maryland, USA. Yeah. That's brother. Yeah. So congrats. Yvette Miller, close him out. Congrats. Right? It's going down in Maryland, folks. July 15th. Right? So congrats to Suzanne Rodriguez and Denisha Bob. Yep. Back to regular programming. I should prepare you for it. I should have said brace it over. Strap in itself. I see like a shake some of y'all up. Sanborn, Jeremy, I see like a shake some of y'all up. Junior Gibbs, Dan Britton, congrats. Wish the couple well. Can't even know what we say that now. Confused. Even as we say that, gotta say that sparingly. So congrats. You know, congrats. Take it to the bank, somebody says. Put it closer. A lot of folks on the protest line today, folks. A lot of folks. One of the persons we saw there was Dr. Hines. Dr. David Hines. The Working People's Alliance, the WPA. Look, when David talks, we listen. When David speaks, we listen. You know, I respect my elders. He was on the protest line. He had a couple things to say, folks. He had a couple things to say about this whole Dharamlall mechanism, this whole fiasco, this whole scandal. Folks, you understand? We're in uncharted waters. Right? Every time you got Jagju in government, oh God, it's decadence and decay. It's ruptures in the moral fabric. You see the things that are being foisted at us as a nation? You think you understand where we are? Folks, Dr. David Hyde, take a look. I'll take a listen.
Part of the cover-up. That's what dictatorship do. When their own get into trouble, they cover it up. And we must just not indict Dharamlall here. We must indict the government. Dharamlall will have to face the law. But this government has already been found guilty in the court of public opinion. Dharamlall will have to face the law. He's presumed innocent until found guilty. But this government is guilty. Dharamlall has a string of infractions, a string of sexual crimes. Talking about a dildo in the parliament against a female parliamentarian is a crime. It's a crime. And he has been going on with this, and now he has gotten caught because we in the opposition have decided that we're not going to take any more. And so this government is guilty. It's guilty. And we have to press not just for Dharamlall to be taken out of government and so forth. We have to press for this government to go. This is a dictatorship. And I go back to 2020 because in 2020 this government was installed. And an installed government leads to an unaccountable government. And an unaccountable government leads to a dictatorship. And when you have a dictatorship, the members of the dictatorship feel they can do anything. This man has allegedly been preying on young Amerindian women. And anybody does those things, they're always afraid that they'll get caught. But he wasn't afraid that he would get caught. And so this government is guilty. And so we are out here, and I'm joining this protest in order to lend my voice to the call for this government to step aside.
Have you any confidence in the process right now? We understand everybody is presumed innocent until proven guilty, but the allegations of payment towards the parents of this child and how the police have been conducting the affairs of this investigation. Do you believe the outcome would be a just outcome given these different scenarios that are considered to be very questionable?
Well, what we have seen so far doesn't give us any confidence. The police did not act. I am sure if you or Andrew or this gentleman if there was even a whisper that we had committed rape, the police would have come knocking at our doorsteps with guns drawn and arrested us. The police didn't act. This man had to turn himself in, and then the police charged him. We have heard about the police commander in Region 2 getting involved in this process, not as a commander, not as a police, but as someone who allegedly was trying to cover up this thing. So the police have failed us. I have absolutely no confidence in the police prosecuting this issue. That man must give him $1 million bail. There are women who were charged for trivial offenses and they had to spend 72 hours in custody without any station bail. The police gave that man bail. I have absolutely no confidence in the police, absolutely not. This matter has to be tried in the court of public opinion, and we have to force the police to act.
What about the actions of the senior commander who allegedly facilitated the statement of the child against the SOPs of how police supposed to conduct the affairs without the presence of a female officer to assist in the collection of those statements? That too brings into question the complicit nature of the police officer. How would you comment?
He's naked. The commander is naked. No matter what he tries to do, he is naked. And then the news yesterday that the state has refused this young woman access to a lawyer. That is reprehensible. Every citizen has the right to legal representation. And to deny that young woman legal representation is putting all out on all out. This entire thing is a cover-up.
Do you believe the stage is being set for this case to be thrown out and more so to be in favor of the accused?
But everything is pointed in that direction. That they may come to compromise where they will say there is no evidence against him and no charge. They will probably suspend him from cabinet in order to salt soap us and try to quiet the matter down in that way. But we have to keep the pressure up. At the end of the day, it is the power of the people that will determine how this thing ends up.
Thank you, Doc.
Another question, Doc. I mean, we have seen some leading religious leaders out here as well, and most are of the view that the church, the mosque, and the temple hold the morality of the society, and there is call for more religious leaders to speak out against this heinous crime committed on a child. Would you want to plead to those other leading religious figures, as well as the women's rights organization, NGOs, and civil society, to also lend their voice to the serious nature of a crime committed against an innocent child?
I am glad you raised at least two groups. That is the women, especially the women in the PPP. I am so disappointed at them. Is there not a point when you say, I draw the line? Come on. One of the female ministers in the presence of you and other African and Indian males in the House of Assembly shouted for rape when nobody was attacking her. Now she has rape in her face and she's circling the wagon. She's chatting around. She has not said this man must be charged, and if he's not, I am withdrawing from cabinet. None of that. And so I think the women MPs in the PPP, they have failed women of this country, and they have failed this country. Now, in terms of the religious leaders, I want to lend my voice because these are the gatekeepers of morality.
Right.
And we saw some of them lining up behind the government on other issues. This is an issue that strikes at the heart of our human morality, and they must raise their voices or they'll be indicted forever. Having said that, I want to congratulate the few voices. I noticed Reverend Haywood was out here early on the week, and I want to commend him. And I want to commend the few religious leaders who have raised their voices. But we need more than that.
Definitely.
The silence also of the international community.
But the Amerindian
CARICOM,
Affairs Ministry.
yes.
The
And
Amerindian- Well, the Amerindian Affairs Ministry is part of the conspiracy. And it shows that they are not about Amerindian affairs. They're about affairs of the PPP. That is what they're about. And the international community. These are the ones. I learned from a letter yesterday that the Americans had revoked the visa of this man. So they know of the man's rascality. And they are responsible for this government being in office today. They are responsible. And they must raise their voices because they're not just idle bystanders. They are architects of regime change in 2020. And whatever happened as a result of regime change, they are also responsible. And their silence is damning.
The government would have issued $500 million, $500 million to put together a group called themselves Men on a Mission. I don't think the Men on a Mission probably they are blind to the realities of this position that is of national importance. What would you like to say? They have been given taxpayers' money and they're not even lending a voice, and they're said to be apolitical.
Well, we now know what their mission is, or what their mission is not. Their mission is not to uphold the dignity of men, because this guy here has put the dignity of men folk in this country on trial, and we are found guilty as a result of his behavior. And so we know what is not the mission of those men. And some of us have always suspected that their mission was always to be a window dressing for the PPP.
Now, Doc, I know you are an avid reader. I would have read the piece that was put together by this young lady, where she chronicled this sadistic experience she endeavored. And I mean, to me, it took a lot of courage. It took a lot of willpower to capture all of that and articulate and chronicle the events that it unfolded to her, and our innocence was robbed, was taken away in such a peaceful way. I mean, I think reading through the lines of those words, you can see this is a young woman crying out for justice. She's crying out for help. Moreover, you can sense that there's a possibility that if you don't get help, our life in itself could be at risk.
Yes.
By her own self.
By your own self, yes. And let me say that young woman is a heroine. When they are giving awards, when a proper government is giving awards for what the Americans call profiling courage, that woman has to be number one. That child has to be number one, because she has done a service to this country. And so that's the first thing I want to say. The second thing I want to say is that those who have tried to stand in her way, the fact that she has defied all of them, allegedly her own parents, really points to something miraculous in our country. And we should take strength from that young woman. That young woman, we don't know what her life will be after this ordeal, because she stands before the world and she has expressed the violation by a man in power, and others are backing him. And that woman needs all the love and protection from the rest of us. That child.
My final question, do you see this action and the slothfulness of government to react in such a heinous action done to an Amerindian child is a microcosm of how they see the indigenous people in this country?
Well, you don't want to get me started with that. One of the reasons that I am so jealous of the dignity of black people is because I feel that if myself and others can stand in between this government and the dignity of Africans, we will be doing a service to all ethnic groups in this country. I am well aware, you are well aware, all of us are well aware of the way in which Amerindians are treated in this country as Amerindians, and what Amerindian girls go through in this country as Amerindian girls. This government is racist. And because we in the African Guyanese community have been loud, we have not been hearing the cries of Amerindians. But Amerindians go through as much racial oppression as those of us on the coastland and even more. And this incident, along with the fire, brings this out in graphic terms.
Yep, that was Dr. David Hines of the Working People's Alliance, WPA, making his voice count, folks. And we invite you to do the same. Tomorrow's Friday. Take a 5 minutes out your lunch break, or 10 minutes. Go down there and lift your voices. Or you can be quiet too. You know, don't have to say a word, just your presence. Just your presence. That being said, good folks. That being said, that's our time. That's our program. That being said, Kevin Poseidon, the light one, Juju, Vanetta, Spurley, and all the other folks, Leslie Thompson, Irwin Dunn, Heaven Faith, Spurley, So too Hector, Jennifer Griffith, Samuel Carl, and Hazel Chase. Not limited to. That being said, folks, that's our time, and that's our program. Help to keep us going, folks. Help to keep us going. This is how you can do so.
Want to keep getting the best in the ring?
Let's play.
Yes, you can help us to keep going by partnering with us through your contributions. And it's easy. Send us a daily, weekly, or monthly donation, whichever is most convenient to you. Cash App at $in-the-ring592, Zelle and PayPal in-the-ring592 at gmail.com, or WhatsApp us on 627-6963 for how to contribute via MoneyGram and Western Union and for MMG payments. Want to keep getting the best in the ring?
Let's play.
Yes, you can help us to keep going by partnering with us through your contributions. And it's easy. Send us a daily, weekly, or monthly donation, whichever is most convenient to you. Cash App at $in-the-ring592, Zelle and PayPal in-the-ring592 at gmail.com, or WhatsApp us on 627-6963 for how to contribute via MoneyGram and Western Union and for MMG payments.
That's it, folks. Until our next broadcast, stay safe. Stay safe.